Hello everyone. Today's our topic is state space analysis in the unit number 10 state variable model. So first of all, what is the state variable for a dynamic system? So first of all, state. It is a group of variables which summarize the history of the system in order to predict the future value of the output. So in this state we can summarize the history of the system. So in this state we have a multiple variables in the same system. So now next is, what is the state variable? The number of the state variable required is equal to the number of the storage element present in the particular system. Just example, if the current flowing through the inductor, voltage across the capacitor, so this is the state variable of the system. So first of all, dynamic system block diagram in this state space. So here a dynamic system is given, U1, U2, Um is given. It is our the M input variable, and for this particular input we have a X1, X2 and Xn. It is our the state variable, and for that we can get the Y1, Y2 up to Yp. So this is my output variable. So the n-dimensional space whose coordinate axes are x1, x2 and xn is called a state space. Up to now we have to study a input is given to the particular system and we can get some output. In this state space we can add the state variable for this particular dynamic system. So for that we can get the output. Okay, so first of all we have studied the block diagram of the state space analysis. So we have to draw a block diagram. Suppose this is my state analysis. Okay, state analysis, and for this state analysis, suppose U1 T, U2T and up to U and T. This is my input variable, and for that we have applied a indeterminate variable. The value is x1t, x2t up to xnt, and for that we can get the output, the y1 of t, y2 of t up to y0 of t. Okay, so using this state analysis, input variable and output variable, we have to find the transfer function of the system, and after that we have to draw a block diagram of the state space analysis. So this is the equation of the state space, that is x dot t is equal to a x of t plus b u of t and y of t is equal to c x of t plus d u of t. Okay, so this is my state space equation. Now we have to find the transfer function of this particular system. So for that transfer function of the state space analysis, so we have considered the equation x dot t is equal to a x of t plus b u of t, and the output equation is y of t is equal to c x of t plus d u of t. Now we have to take Laplace of this equation, and the x dot Laplace is x of s is equal to a x of s plus b u of s. Okay, now we have to common out the term x of s, so we can write that s x of s minus a x of s is equal to b u of s. So we can get x of s in bracket si minus a is equal to b u of s. That means our equation will become x of s is equal to b u of s upon si minus a. So we can write the equation x of s is like that. X of s is equal to si minus a inverse into b u of s. This is my equation number 1. Now we have to find the value of y of s. So we can Laplace of y of t, we can get y of s is equal to c x of s plus d u of s. Now we have to find the value of x of s. So put the value of x of s in this equation. We can get c in this bracket si minus a inverse into b u of s plus d u of s. Now we have to common out the term u of s. So we can get in the bracket c si minus a inverse into b plus d. Okay. So this is the equation of y of s is equal to. So the transfer function is nothing but the output upon input. So y of s upon u of s is equal to c si minus a inverse into b plus d. So this is my transfer function of the state space analysis, where a is equal to evolution matrix, and the value of the matrix we can find and cross and matrix. B is equal to control matrix, and this matrix is n cross m. Now C is equal to observation matrix, and it is P cross N, and D is equal to transmission matrix, and it is P cross N. Now what is the N, M and P? So N is equal to our state variables, M is equal to our state input, and P is equal to our state output. So using this equation we have to find the transfer function of the different state space analysis. Now we have to draw the block diagram using this equation. So starting with the input, here input is u of t. Okay, now after that we can put here b, after that we can put here summing point. Okay, after that we can put here the integration, and here c. Suppose this is the x dot t, so we can get here x of t, and this is again my summing point, and this is my output y of t. We can put here the different variable a, b, c, d. So a is nothing but the a x of t. Okay, so we can put here a and complete this diagram, and b, d is equal to, sorry, y of t is equal to d u of t. So we can put here d. So this is d. Okay, so the equation will become like this. Suppose the output equation y of t is equal to, see here, c into x of t plus, here the sign of the summing point is plus d into u of t. Okay, and the state equation x dot t is equal to, here you can see that x dot t is equal to nothing but the a x of t plus x dot t, this is my output, so plus b u of t. So this is my block diagram of the MIMO system. Now what is the MIMO system? It is the multi-input, multi-output system. Okay. Now next one is the obtain the transfer function of this particular system, and the system equation is given x1, x2, x3 is equal to -1, 1, 0, 0, -1, 1, 0, 0, 2, x1, x2, x3 plus 0, 0, 1 u, and y is equal to 1, 0, 0, x1, x2, x3. So for this equation we have to first define what is the A matrix, what is the B matrix, and what is the C matrix. So for this is my A matrix. A is equal to minus 1, 1, 0, 0, minus 1, 1 and 0, 0, 2. This is my A matrix and value of the B matrix is x is equal to Ax plus Bu, that means B is equal to 0, 0, 1. Okay, and C is equal to 1, 0, 0, and here plus du. Value of the d is not given, so we can put d is equal to 0. Okay. Now our first step is we have to find the value of Si minus A. So the equation will become S and the I matrix is 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 and 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1, and my A matrix is minus matrix, the value of the A is given minus 1, 0, 0, 0 minus 1, 1 and 0, 0, 2. Okay, now we have to simplify this equation. We can get, here you can see that S into 1, that means S minus minus 1, that means S plus 1. Now here S into 0, that means 0 minus 0, that is equal to 0. S into 0, that means 0 minus 0, that is equal to 0. Okay, now for that S is equal to 0, 0 minus 0, that means 0. S is equal to 1, that means S minus minus 1, that means S plus 1. Okay, now S is equal to 0, S into 0 is equal to 0 minus 1. So it is minus 1. Now here 0, that means 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. So 0, 0 and the last step is S is equal to 1. S into 1 is equal to S minus 2. So we can get S minus 2. Okay, now our next step is we have to find the value of Si minus A inverse, because we have to obtain the transfer function of this system. So the equation of the Si minus A inverse is adjoint of Si minus A divided by mode of Si minus A. Okay, so particular in this equation we have to find the adjoint of Si minus A. So first of all we have to find the coefficient of Si minus A, and then we have to take the transport. So coefficient of Si minus A. So here we cannot consider the first row and first column, and then we have to multiply these two, so we can get S plus 1, S minus 1. Now for the next term we have not considered the second column and the first row, so we can get the value of 0. Again in the third value we cannot consider the first row and the third column, so multiply to these 0 into 0, 0 into S plus 1, so it is 0. Now next is we cannot consider the second row and the first column, so multiply 0 into S minus 2, 0 into 0, so we can get the value of S minus 2. So using this method we have to find the coefficient of Si minus A inverse, and we can get S minus 1, S minus 2, here the value of 0, then 1, S plus 1, and here S minus plus 1 square. Okay, now we can take the transport of this matrix, so we can get is equal to, transport is the nothing but the row becomes column and columns become row. So S plus 1, S minus 2, here the row is 0, 0, so we can put here 0, 0, then S minus 2, S plus 1, S minus 2 and 0, and here 1, S plus 1 and S plus 1 square. Okay, so this is my adjoint of Si minus A. Now next step is we have to find the mode of Si minus A, and so we can get S plus 1 in bracket S plus 1, S minus 2. For the mode we have to consider in this A matrix, we can put S plus 1, we cannot consider the first row and first column, so multiply S plus 1, S minus 2 minus 0 into minus 1, that is 0. So we can get this type of answer. So it will become s plus 1 no 1 whole square into s minus 2. So the final equation of si minus A inverse is equal to 1 upon s plus 1 whole square s minus 2 into the adjoint of A, and it is nothing but the s plus 1 s minus 2 0 0 s minus 2 s plus 1 s minus 2 0 1 s plus 1 and s plus 1 whole square. Okay, so this is my si minus A inverse. Now we have to multiply the 1 upon s plus 1 s minus 2 in this matrix. We can get si minus A inverse is equal to, here you can see that multiply the 1 upon s plus 1 square s minus 2 into s plus 1 s minus 2. So we can get only 1 upon s plus 1. In the next step 1 upon s plus whole square and then 1 upon s plus 1 whole square s minus 2. Okay, in the second row it is 0, that means 0, 1 upon s plus 1 and 1 upon s plus 1 s minus 2. And in the third row it is 0, 0 and 1 upon s minus 2. So this is my si minus A inverse. Now the next step is we have to find si minus A inverse into B. Okay, so this matrix multiply with the B. So we can rewrite this matrix. And our B matrix is 0, 0, 1. Okay, so multiply the first row with this, we can get si minus A inverse into B is equal to here you can see that 1 upon s plus 1 into 0, 0, 1 plus s plus whole square into 0, 0. So we can get only the last term and it is 1 upon s plus 1 whole square s minus 2. For the second row again the two term is 0 and we can get the last term. So the last term is 1 upon s plus 1 s minus 2. And for the third value it is 1 upon s minus 2. Now the transfer function is C into si minus A inverse into B. So we can multiply the C, value of the C is 1, 0, 0 and the si minus A inverse into B is equal to 1 upon s plus 1 square s minus 2. The second term is 1 upon s plus 1 s minus 2 and the third is equal to 1 upon s minus 2. So 1 into this term we can get 1 upon s plus 1 whole square s minus 2. Okay, so we can get the transfer function y of s upon u of s is nothing but the 1 upon s plus 1 whole square s minus 2. So using the transfer function y of s upon u of s, we can find out the transfer function of this particular matrix. Okay.